What is up, folks? Craig here, and welcome back. More Alan Wake 2. We're going back in. So, if you need to catch up, there should be something around me. But remember, any interactions with the video chat, I'm so eager to get started, so I'm just trying to rush you through. I'm telling you what to do. So do this. All you need to do is subscribe. That's all you need to do. It's free. Leave a comment somewhere, anywhere. Could be a bad one. I don't really care that much. Any interaction's a good interaction. Any attention's good attention. I've learned that coming through life. Likes or dislikes, but I prefer likes. And don't you want to make my day? It's one of them. As far as the story's going at the moment, we have pushed Saga to her very limit. She can take no more. She's resting in the police station towards the end of the game at the very cusp, the warning point where it tells you that you can't do any more without affecting the actual game. Oh my goodness, what a thing. Alan, we have now pushed him through the... So the first one we went through was something else. I forgot what that was. It was the first ever play. The subway. So we did the subway, which was parallel to Nightingale's murder. We've done the hotel, the Ocean View Hotel. Very familiar name if you don't know that from Control. Ocean View Hotel, not motel. Holiday Inn. We've pushed through that now to the point where we are at the point where Saga will have wrapped up the... You know, because the two stories run parallel, so each one runs to it. So Saga's time in the care home is Alan's time in the hotel. So the last thing we've got to do now is, if you remember, at this point, Saga goes to, I think it's Coffee World. Isn't it Coffee World where she opens another overlap at the Watari Well? That's where we are. So that's what we're doing. That's the plan anyway. And so we are now in the hotel. We've wrapped the murder scene. We've met Thomas Zane, who said that we spent what looked like a drug-fueled period of time there with him, and we're back in the hotel. We're at the site where it looks like the Muse was killed, in that bathtub, which looks a lot like Cynthia Weaver's bathtub. That'll help. Looks like where Cynthia Weaver's bathtub was, and the stories all they run next to each other, so you could arguably do one then the other, they switch between them at random. So it's right that you can play them in every order. It's not particularly wrong about that, but I'm kind of happy with the way I did it, because it's means that revelations really are revelations. Now, we are going to make our way out of this creepy-ass hotel. Luckily, this is the hotel room with the Muse. So, Mr. Scratch, or someone like that in the story, used his influence to get a part in a play because he wanted to get to the Muse, who we already know, which looks like it was Cynthia Weaver. And we finished the climax. We got to see drowned Cynthia. And we know that that has affected the real world, because we saw Saga dealing with Cynthia in... Oh, let's not deal with you lot just yet. There's one thing I have learnt about this game. Yes, there is. There's absolutely escape. There's a door here. Look, I'm going to use it. See? Easy. One would argue that was escape. Goodbye. So I am making my way to the rooftops again that we used to get into Ocean View, because I want to collect something that I saw. So I don't watch many I don't watch a huge variety of Let's Players, but the ones I do watch I adore, and anybody who knows me knows that my favourite is probably a swift tie between the Andy Cortez and Ray Narvaez Jr., or Ray on Twitch. But Andy's played this. And what Andy, if you ever see this, I'll die. I will actually die. So, this game, he's very story heavy, and you don't realise that when you're in the Alan Wake fandom. You don't realise that it's so story orientated and that it is difficult to follow. And it really is. Because... Why'd the music pick up? You're not going to give me grief, are you? What? You were cool, yeah? 20% less detection. I'm just gonna... There's no jump. Do you remember when Alan used to be able to jump? Shut up. Okay, so I'm making my way over here, because watching Andy taught me something. And the map might teach me this as well. It doesn't. I'm going to quickly do this. Tink. And then we're going to go through here and turn it back off again. Because there's a shotty.
Use that shotgun.
We could, couldn't we? But our inventory's full. That doesn't help. Neither does that. Maybe a little bit of swift reorganizing will help. I mean, I don't use them. Let's get rid of that. Reload that in a minute as well. Sorry about the flashing. I can't really do anything until I've got this sorted. There we go. Oh, a trophy. All accounted for? What's that for? Ha! My screen just blacked out on me. Yeah, I saw Andy used his... it was Andy I was watching. Andy, you taught me this. You showed me where this was. Because I watch... Oh. I watch up to the points where I've seen. And I think that this provokes a fight as well. So let's get ready. There it is. Yeah, so I've learnt that the story can be I've learned that the story can be very intimidating. And the mechanics too, a little bit. Can I have this, please? Thank you.
Dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind. Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise, somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
Okay, so I have got one of my addictions in the form of caffeine, but I don't have the other one. So, and I also have a message that I want to answer from someone very important. So, I will be right back. I'm back. Okay, so, yeah, I've got it now. My other addiction, the other thing that I always stick on, do not vape. It's terrible for you. Okay, I'm ready to continue now. I've got that. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't quite get back to my train of thought. I didn't realise how story intensive this would seem to somebody who was not kind of initiated in the Alan Wake fandom. I keep burping because I'm drinking a Monster. Don't judge me or hate me. I'm just going to go... No. There's no Alan here. Fucking hell! You little bastard. On the contrary, mate, you're a character in mine. Okay. Oh. Did I get this one? I think I got this one. Did I get this one? Let's have a look. It's on there, is it not? Put it away. Did I get that one? I'm pretty sure I got that. Well, it's not fizzing, so I assume I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, there should be a quicker way back. I'm just going to make my way back the way that I know, because it'll give me a chance to pick up some stuff, maybe clear up some stuff. But I know, like, a lot of people that I've seen playing the game, I say a lot, the ones that I've watched intently, as in Andy being the one for this, it is very intimidating. It is a very hard... It is a steep sort of story curve to try and navigate. I don't doubt there's a better way to get back, by the way. And looking at the map will probably do this, but this is giving me a chance to walk and talk. Eat me, Alan Wake. None. Right, let's see what we can put away. Nothing really. I think we're running pretty efficient. I can't pick anything else up. I'll go without the flares. Actually, no. I'll go without the first aid. I'll take the flares. Because they're a good defensive item in a pinch. That should do me. What? Don't whisper my name, bitch. Don't say my name. Say my... You good down there? Oh, that was a sad one to hear. No, Alan here, mate. Sorry. Nope. Not me. No, you got me wrong, mate. If you come around that corner, you're going to get blasted. Do not come around this corner. Do not. Alright, cool. You be cool, I'll be cool, we're all cool. I need to get through you all now, so can I do this, or are you going to grab me? Shit. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't. It was a waste of a charge. Not that I mind wasting it on you. So back off. I'm too scared to do this. I'm having one of them days. I'm too wired. Don't say anything about my... Ooh, let's go down here. I nearly, like, nuzzled one of them gently with my head. So, yeah, if anybody wants a story recap or anything, I can always give you one. As everybody knows, I'm quite an Alan Wake stan. The character himself. But, like... Okay, so we know this bit. This bit kind of sucks. No, it's no Wake. No Wake. Cool. So the way through was here, was it not? Ladder or something? Did I come down a ladder? Did I have to... Oh, I might have to rebuild it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm taking the long way back. So, it's just something you gotta deal with, I'm afraid. But, like, basically, the story's not too hard to I suppose, actually, yeah, now I think about it. When I tried to, like, break it down right then, yeah, it is. It actually is a bit... No, now I see, there's no light. I don't have a light. I don't have a... You absolute bitch. Back off. Thank you. I got stuck in, like, a not meleeing melee animation. I said Alanmation. Made that word up. I didn't mean to. I'm just a fuck up. Alanmation. Yeah, so basically all this is in Alan's head. That's it. What he does in here can affect out there. Saga's out there. So the confusion thing where the game is rich in red herrings is you don't know quite what he's written that's affecting the real world, or whether he is, or whether it's the real world, and you know. Right, so we're gonna head back to Parliament Tower. Shouldn't be a hard walk. The game is very intimidating, though. Very intimidating. Especially, the one mechanic that keeps tripping me up is, I think an enemy left alone for too long can regain his shadow shield. So that's why I always try to dispose of them quick or melee them. That's my plan. If they're taking at least a little bit of chip damage off me, they're not going to regenerate that shield. Keep your distance, practice your dodges. You should be fine. Now, I never quite think that I've explored these streets enough, and I definitely haven't explored those rooftops enough. But this is my first playthrough, and there will be a second, possibly a third, maybe a fourth. I will do it on Nightmare as well, because I did the first one on Nightmare, and I will find all the manuscript pages. And, oh, there's my important person again. Oof. I'll listen in a sec. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pause for 1 second and listen right now. Bear with me, because someone said, "Chicka-boom, chicka-boom, we're back, chicka-boom, chicka-boom." So, rather than looking back on the story, let's look forward a little bit. So the next thing we've got to do is head to Parliament Tower again. I never like backtracking, but I'm assuming it's going to be a little different now. Is Parliament Tower, which is where Alan used to live with his wife. He checks in there because I think that's the closest he can get to his memory of Alice, and therefore he can see things and whatnot. I seem to pick up speed then on the diagonal. Did you see that? Hold on, let's try this. I'm going to run forward. Is it just because of the environment? I felt like I went faster when I went diagonal. I've had no glitches in the game except that one that was in the last episode. If you saw it and you can timestamp it, I will give you a shout out. Not that it means anything, but I'll give you a shout out if you timestamp it. So we're at Parliament Tower. We know that our doppelganger. So when Alan got, this is me redoing the story again. Like I can go back in time and tell Andy or anybody what's going on. So Alan trapped himself in the dark place as a sacrifice to let his wife out of the dark place. But now when she got out, that was fine. But the penance, the double cross, the trick that came up was that a evil doppelganger of Wake escaped as well. It wasn't a pre-built doppelganger, it's actually the darkness itself, let a little piece of itself out and masquerades as Alan in the real world. Stays in the shadows, keeps low key, low profile like, but it seems to be using his time in the real world to harass our wife. So, yeah. So we keep checking in on her to try and... I don't know if we keep checking in or if this is the first time we've checked in on her since like before. There's the booby trap again. Love the return. I'll never get sick of that fucking big bold font. God, it's so hot. Okay, so that feels weird because I feel like I came in from a different direction that time. In fact, everything feels a little different. Everything feels very different, in fact. Wait a second.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Wait. This is laid out different. That's going to be locked. Don't glitch me through the floor.
The manuscript.
Okay, so that one's locked. We know that the manuscript to the story he's been writing with Zane, The Return, is in the typewriter in that room, or at least we think it is. If he can find that, he can get out of this loop. Because I think part of this, the story... Barry? What happened to the text? Oh my gosh. Why am I doing that to myself? Stop. Hey Alice, everything good with you back home? Just checking in, tried to call, couldn't reach you, probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappears. Look away, everyone. If you call back, can't reach me, and do whatever, you're a producer. It's still a mystery to me. I'm more hurt that Barry moved on and hey Alice, shark circling, and then they want to turn what happened to Al into a movie or TV show. And get this, a fucking video game. I told him to fuck off. Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall. We're getting meta now. Tammy Booker. In case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer, Tammy Booker, is working on a book about Al. I hunted down a publisher. Told him we'll sue. Don't worry, I got you covered. You pal Bal. You pal Bal? You pal Bear. Checking in because I haven't heard from you. Okay, so Alice is not responding to greetings from Hollywood. So Alice is not responding to Barry. Barry was our agent. Oh shit, there's something going on over there. Let's have a quick look in the kitchen. I swear this is laid out a little differently, if not completely reversed. I'm unsure.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion.
Oh.
The guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed.
She's really good at this. She's really good.
Barry Wheeler asked for.
Yeah, she always had a problem with Barry.
Even after he moved out west.
Okay, so Barry's still holding it down. Motion activated TVs. Okay, so that seems weird, but seen as that's what the trap was when we came in. We know that she set up traps to try and get photos of this ghostly presence that's attacking her. She's clocked that it's Alan, but not Alan.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment.
There he is.
Life.
There he is. So she said it's Alan, but it's not Alan. So she hasn't tried to say that Alan's alive. She thinks she thought she was being haunted initially. Need to show you the truth on all screens. 1 question mark. Okay. You'd swear. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's that one. So there's going to be more screens. So let's just take a walk. I'm not going. Wait, which was 2? Which was 2? 2 was. That's 3. Where's 2? 2's in the room. So we'll do the room next. You'd swear that she knew that Alan was coming to do this. You know?
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world.
Probably did.
It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
And I photographed that child laughing my ass off. Okay, weakness is clarity. The comeback. Okay, so she's like setting up a whole thing. But yeah, it's like this is set out kind of like almost a seance. Like, yes, she's it's her work, but it's like she knows that the real Alan is coming to look at this. He's going to see this.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
Okay. So I think she doesn't even realise that she's looking for Al. But she is. She just doesn't know it. Maybe not Alan per se, but just go around this. Picture of Scratch up there. That was took at the lift by the motion activated cams. Oh shit. She got multi-screen.
There's a world.
I feel like it's trying to keep my eyes in this direction now.
A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality.
Mm-hmm.
Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
Okay. Dark Place, the art of Alice Wake. Oh shit. We're jumping in. We're jumping in. I don't want to jump in. Do I want to look around a little bit more? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I just remembered what could be out there. I'm not doing it. We're in. That's Scratch, yeah? Loop complete. Again, because we always seem to get this. The only difference being is now we join in as Alan's remembering. So the loop's gone on for a long time. I'll actually vanish just to do this justice. I should really shrink myself to do it full justice, shouldn't I? Let's get me out of here a little bit.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had.
Scratch.
A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness.
Saga.
Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Damn! Okay, so another shorty. So I'm in two minds now. Do I end this? Because I know that this is going to go into a meaty, big chapter. So I'm going to end this one right here. Thank you so much for watching. Do all the amazing things. Interact with my TikToks. Just put some in the comments. Let's have a chat. What's wrong with talking to somebody? I'm not a weirdo. I mean, I'm a weirdo, but I'm a good kind of weirdo. You know what I mean? Yeah, but thank you so much for taking part in all the comments and all the TikToks. I don't know why I called it taking part. Weird. But anyway, I will see you next time, gamers. It's been fun, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you guys.